Alright boys, today we are going to be talking about how Rell's NPCs are underrated. I would be talking about Fairy Tail Re if that game wasn't so garbage. I literally got in for 2 seconds, realized the game was not it, and I'm pretty sure it's permadeath, and who wants to play a permadeath in the big 26 basically? It is basically 2026 and we are still making permadeath games. What is going on? And recently I was extremely bored with nothing to do, as I always am, so I was rewatching some of the Rell's stuff, movie 1, movie 2, the interviews, just scrolling up through the Discord, looking at old sneaks, and I realized NPCs are the main form of progression in this game. You may be thinking, oh my god, is it going to be a bandit beater? No, but maybe? Not really. It can't be a bandit beater because there's no way they've been hyping this game up for this long and it's just a bandit beater. No, it's not a bandit beater. And I think the reason we've been seeing so much about NPCs for forever and them wanting this many NPCs is because think of like how One Piece works, where they just go to an island, they find out some stuff on that island, and then they gotta, fight for that island. That's sort of what's going to happen in Rell from what I've gathered. So if you look at this screenshot right here, Mr. Sin, Rell Sin, 9/18/2025, yes, this was 2 months ago, said we tested 5,000 NPCs with great performance expectations. Now, why would you need to test that many NPCs if not it being the main focus of progression? Now, another sneak they posted about NPCs is everyone was asking for a video, was saving this for movie 3, but this is 200 NPCs in one town at 220 to 240 FPS. Why would you need 200 NPCs, which they are going to have just 50 per town, I think is what they said. Why would you need to test this many in one town if they aren't a huge factor of the game? And here you can just take a look at the clip. It's nothing special. It's really just them showing off the NPCs. It is testing, so them like disappearing, I wouldn't assume they do that. And their clothes, I'm assuming it's just for testing. They're probably gonna have 3D clothes, so calm down. Originally, when I saw these sneaks, like when they came out, I thought absolutely nothing of it. I was like, oh, it's just NPCs. But then I remembered recently, in an interview, they said something that had a lot to do with NPCs and a lot to do with progression. And I'm going to show you that clip right now, so I'm going to shut up and just let the clip run on the screen. And tell me what you think they meant by this.
I really want to know about this one right here. You obviously don't have to say too much, but how much of the progression in game can you guys tell us about so far? So like we've already seen some of the stat points, we've already seen some of the talents like the fishing, the wood cutting, etc., cooking, but how much more can you guys tell us about that?
So I'm gonna tell you a bit, right? So let's say you hop in game, you go into town, right? You see some NPCs interacting. I'm pretty sure you guys saw this in movie 1.
Yep.
So I think one YouTuber caught on to how the NPCs were interacting. Well, that system has been upgraded. There's voice lines, there's entire stories that go towards it, right? You can go listen up to the NPCs. Sometimes the NPCs will say they need something, right? Then that leads you into something else, and while you're doing that, you might see a fucking marine attacking, warship attacking some pirate ship, right?
Yeah.
You can join in on that battle, and then it takes you to somewhere else. Like, you know how Skyrim is set up?
Yeah. So it's
I wouldn't say it's as because that's a AAA game and all.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Even though Rell is trying to hit AAA standard, I think we did do a good job with our systems, especially with events and all. You'll be able to enjoy the game no matter where you're at in the world. Simple as that.
So it's pretty much a lively world, like
yes.
Okay.
Now I know you heard them all talk about what they talked about, and one of the things they did talk about is in movie 1 where the NPCs were talking to each other. The clip is playing right now. I don't know how you don't see it, but yeah, the NPCs will talk to each other. They'll say, oh, this needs that, or hey, these guys are bothering this guy. And that's just an assumption. That second thing's just an assumption, but they'll maybe say, hey, this guy's bothering this guy, we need you to go beat him up. We need somebody to beat him up. We should organize this and that. And then you, the player, can be like, yo, I heard you talking about this and that. This is an assumption, by the way. This is just speculation. You, the player, can go up and be like, hey, I heard you talking about this and that. Hey, can I help you do this and that? And then you go do this and that, and then this and that leads you to another thing, and then that other thing leads you into this thing, and it's just a whole cataclysm. Basically, how One Piece works. Now, I know some of you might be shivering in your timbers right now, because what the hell? This is basically a bandit beater. No, it's not a bandit beater at all, because you are not going island to island to island to island. I mean, you might be going island from island to island, but you will not just be fighting NPCs. You will be fighting bosses, you will be gathering stuff, you will be getting this, you will be getting that, you will be crafting some stuff maybe. It's basically like how a story would work, like a storyline, but without the set storyline. So basically, you make your own story. By the way, this is all speculation. Take it with a grain of salt. I do not know how the game works. I haven't played the game. I'm not a developer. Don't hold me back. Anyways, after that tremendous stutter, I want to go into also some stuff in movie 2 that was said. I'm gonna let it play here, and then I'm gonna talk about it after, because I kind of have to find the clip in movie 2 and then bring it in here, and then, you know, make it talk. You get what I mean.
In Rell Seas, there are over 40 in-game pirate factions you'll encounter. Each faction has its unique lore and guess bloody what. Multiple bosses and mesh to form bosses. In-game events happen. And within those in-game events, you build relationships with these mobs. We've been mass-producing a lot of events, and cutscene work is going to be a pain in the arse, but it'll be worth it. The 40 pirate crews appear in a variety of game events. Some game events include Camp Event, Pirate Dock Event, War Event, Raid Event Dock, and Village Raid Event. Say you want to build your character in a certain way. Say 2 of these in-game crew got in a bloody scuffle. Who you decide to side with, or even remain neutral, can affect your character's build and progression. Oh, you think we just have land events? We have bloody sea events too! Cargo ship protection, cruise ship wars, ghost ship events, marine warships event that spawns different admirals, the legendary ship events, sea beast hunt event, and sea beast battle events. Wow.
So you saw what I just saw, you listened to what I just listened to. Basically, this means on your way from doing an event that, or talking to an NPC, or doing an event on an island, you could also run into something on the sea that is also progression. Basically, anything you do is basically progression. Now, obviously, it's not everything. Like, you could just be messing around and it wouldn't be progression. Like, you could be climbing a mountain and jumping off the mountain consecutively for no reason, and that wouldn't be progression. Unless it is progression, maybe you, like, get more stamina. I don't know. Again, I'm not a dev of this game. I don't know how the game works. But those 40 factions are extremely important to progression, and I doubt they would have just scrapped it because that was all the way back in movie 2. So expect to be messing around with a lot of the 40 in-game pirate factions. Now, what kind of threw me off a little bit when I was rewatching this, you know, I was like, what if you're a Marine? Because you would automatically be the enemies of some of these factions. Maybe it's pirates that work with Marines, I don't know. But yeah, you would automatically be the enemy. So are there like Marine groups as well? I don't know. But I think that's gonna wrap up today's video. Hope this provided you a little bit of insight on how progression actually might work. Might work in Rell Seas. I don't know for 100%. I'm not a developer. So it might work like this in game. We don't know. We'll just have to see. But I'm assuming it works this way because I just spent like 2 hours searching all this up, watching these videos. But yeah, hope you have a good one. Hope you had a good one. Hope you have a good one. And peace. I'll see you later. Enjoy the outro. Make sure you sub, like, and comment down below if you really want to.